Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the DITA Outsider sunglasses. But first off, thank today's video sponsor, our own website, shadereviewstore.com, the absolute best place to buy designer sunglasses, just like these up to 80% off the original MSRP. Again, the website there is shadereviewstore.com. Check it out. So let's go ahead and pop these sunglasses on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 47mm lenses and a 21mm bridge. And as you can see here, these frames are definitely a lot smaller than the average pair of DITA sunglasses, which are usually very big and bold and loud. These frames are much more discreet, but they still have that kind of quintessential DITA styling to them, even though they are much smaller than a traditional pair of DITA frames. Now, as far as the exact colorway that I have in today's video, these have DITA's gray lenses, and then these matte black frames with this beautiful high polish, glossy acetate here on the inside of the frame, which is a really cool look. It's kind of like a smoke gray acetate on the inside, but then the outside again is just a matte black. So really interesting styling here. And the only logoing on these frames here is going to be the metal accents here in the top right corner of the frames, and then also here on the outside temple. And then it's not just there for show. Those little exposed metal hardware is actually what connects the hinge to the acetate frame, and then there is a rod that runs all the way down the acetate temple, and that allows you to heat up these frames and actually give them a custom fit by bending them and custom fitting them again to the face there. So really nice stuff as far as that goes. And these are a very premium and nice 5-barrel all-metal hinge, which feels really good when opening up and when closing them. These feel very substantial and nice, just really good and smooth. And on the hinge we can see the little DITA D shield logo there as well. Now this pair of frames definitely is one of DITA's older frames, so they actually don't even say the model name or number on the lens at all, so there's absolutely nothing on the lens, which in my opinion actually makes them look more classy and nice. I don't particularly love when sunglass brands have logoing all over the lens or all over the temples or the frames. These are just really classy and nice, and they don't say DITA anywhere on the outside of the frames other than here on the outside left ear rest. You can see the little DITA Shield Gold logo there, and again, you're not really going to be able to see that behind the ear, so very discreet as far as the styling goes, or I should say as far as the branding goes. But the styling, however, is not discreet. They are still very bold and look really good and interesting in my opinion. They also do have this keyhole style bridge, and it's pretty rare to see a pair of DITA frames with the keyhole style bridge, but I definitely think they did a really good job of pulling it off here on this particular pair of frames. Now, as far as lenses go, these have DITA's CR39 lens, which they basically put in all their frames, and it's a high quality lens, but it's not going to have nearly as good scratch resistance as a pair of all glass lenses, and they're also not going to be quite as clear as an all glass lens as well. But because they're not all glass lenses, it's definitely going to cut down on the weight here. So these frames are only going to weigh 30 grams, which is pretty lightweight. So you can basically wear these frames for most of the day without any discomfort. And they'd also make a good candidate as far as a pair of eyeglasses. DITA did actually sell these frames with eyeglasses as well. Now, as far as coverage from the sun goes, these frames are not going to offer the best coverage from the sun because they do have these kind of squared off lenses. So here up top, we can see there is a massive gap that lets sunlight in unprotected, and on top, and then here on the side, again, there's an absolutely massive gap that lets sunlight in unprotected. So overall, not very practical as far as blocking the sun goes. Now, overall, I think this is a really good pair of frames. I do like the styling of these a lot, but again, they're going to be much more discreet than a regular pair of frames. And I think as far as the price tag of $489 goes, I think it's definitely pretty expensive, but we do have these available on our website for under $300. So if you're interested in picking up a pair of these frames, I would definitely recommend picking them up from our website. We got some new old stock frames that we are selling, and I think for that kind of money, it's a pretty decent value. But again, for like almost $500, you probably could get a pair of All People's frames for a lot cheaper, and some other high quality acetate brands for cheaper than $500, because these frames aren't anything too crazy. They do again have that classic DITA styling here, but still there's nothing that really can kind of justify the really high price tag of $500. Well, let me know what you think about these frames in the comment section down below. Do you love them? Do you hate them? I'm very interested to know, so let's start a conversation in the comment section down below. But that's all I got for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below, and of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.